What all do I need here? So I need my bootsies and my ringgits. Yo, Thug Duck, what's up? Squared here. What's good, boys? What's good? What's good? How are y'all doing today? How's everybody? How's everybody? They need to get me a Xerix talisman, bro. I'm fucking history in here, so they need to get me a fucking Xerix talisman, dude. Like, Jesus. There's nothing here to remember. Fuck, dude. No way. Pork tab? Uh-oh. Oh no, not my porn. Eating food, watching the stream, bro. Food sounds so good right now. Food sounds so good. What am I gonna munch on? Nothing, dude. I ain't munching nothing. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, I need some boots. I need like so many grinds I need to do, bro. So many grinds. Air? You're eating some air? Yeah, that's what I'm eating, bro. I'm eating air. Air and pussy, those are the go-tos, you know? DJR. I should give you my account. Yeah, you just want to steal my account and get my heirlooms, buddy. You just want to steal my account and get my fucking heirlooms. I'm on to you, buddy boy. He'd be sitting there like, oh, let's just trade this heirloom over to my account and this heirloom too. That looks pretty cool. Oh fuck, look at that. Loba prestige skin, I'll take that. I can see it now already. I don't know about none of that. They're Jace. Jace. Wait, what? Was it DJR? DJR. Okay. My dude, I'd never see my account again. I'd never see my baby. This dude acts like if I weren't to hop on Apex right now, I wouldn't 7 fucking O his ass. This fucking dude, Jay. You acting like I wouldn't just hop on cold as fucking 7-0 ya, bud. Just buy them all, I don't even care. How much per? 319. I'm world hot. You acting like I wouldn't just fucking 7-0 ya, bud. Don't call me the fucking goat for nothing, dude. Is it 1 o'clock? Oh, good.
This is the science behind wet brining. We start by pouring water.
Fuck, that looks so good. Look at that duck that the man had. Look at that man. Oh my god, that looks so good.
Hey, Stav, what's up, Eldest? Got a fun situation here for you. So, started dating this girl. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Nice. Super excited about her. We connect in every way. She does do OnlyFans. That's her full-time thing.
Respect.
She makes a ton of money from it. I mean, I do really well, and she,
sounds
put
awesome.
probably another O on what I make.
That's cool.
But she's super down to earth, doesn't want to do it forever, wants kids, wants a family, wants to kind of put all that behind her in the future, and I think that's super cool. It's obviously what I want. I don't mind her doing this whatsoever. She doesn't, work with partners or anything like that, so in my head, pretty harmless.
I'm with you.
I don't worry about really any of those kind of long-term repercussions in any way.
This is the same guy that's just gonna get absolutely used and abused by this broad and be like, "Oh, bro, I never saw this coming. What the hell? She was so nice. She flashed her U-Haul on the internet every day. How could I have ever seen this coming?"
Aside from how to tell my family, we've been dating for about a month, and it's going awesome.
Month,
and so we're kind of getting those conversations now of, what's that gonna look like, and do we tell them before they meet her? Do we tell them after so that they kind of get to know her and really like her, and then it's easier to break the news? I mean, my parents are amazing and awesome and pretty progressive for, old white folks from the Midwest, but still, like kind of your standard non-denominational Christians. They're great though. I don't think it'll be a problem long term, but I'm not sure how to break the news.
It'll be a problem long term, buddy. You're gonna get so fucked over by this broad, you're gonna just put a barrel of a gun in your mouth and pull the trigger.
If there's any fun ways to do it. Anyway, yeah, take the question and run with it. But thanks, guys. I'll see you in Austin in October, I think.
Hell
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Were you at my shows in Austin? Didn't see any gorgeous OnlyFans baddies there.
This is interesting. I guess my question is like, why do you need to tell your parents that she
They
does
also might
OnlyFans?
not know what OnlyFans is, so it doesn't even matter.
I mean, I guess the question is like, let's say you're having dinner or whatever, and they're like, so, Emily, what do you do?
I'm an internet video creator.
Yeah, I'm a content creator. I'm a Twitch streamer. Like,
Right.
is there something you could like that's like?
Oh well, let's watch your stream
tangential to lie about?
sometime.
Because who cares? I really don't think this is a big deal. Do your parents need to know that she does OnlyFans?
Do your parents need to know anything about your life at all? It doesn't matter.
I know what you mean.
I do feel like, is he putting the cart before the horse if they've only been dating for like a
Right.
month?
That's
like,
huge, yeah.
You know, I get it. I get his like concern, like, and it sounds like he couldn't.
Let me tell you, this relationship this guy's in won't last, and he thinks he just found his wife forever.
Like,
I'm with you.
you know,
Maybe he's like having all these anxieties and neuroses about future problems in the relationship because he wants it to like work out. It's like you know when you like create problems that aren't like
Of
there.
course. Yeah.
But it's like maybe you should just be worried about whether or not she even wants to chill with you or something.
Of course. I mean, a month to be thinking about meeting parents is lunacy, in my opinion.
yeah.
Like, what do you think is a reasonable time to even start worrying about this? 6 months?
Oh.
And even then, it's like, it could be long. Like, I could date someone a year before they meet my fucking parents.
I think Sarah, that's a good point, Sarah, because it's like, you know, the way he's even talking about it, the therapy's working.
For
The
other
therapy's
people.
working. I go,
But it's like, you know, the way he's talking about it sounds like so conditional. He's like, yeah, she doesn't want to do it forever. One day she
Right.
won't be doing it, even though
Right.
she's making a fuck ton of money. So it's like, you know, are you that comfortable with it? Or
He
do you-
doesn't sound that comfortable.
Yeah,
with
it's
it.
like, do you have a sort of deadline that, or
the gentleman doth protest too much.
There's a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And I'm with him too. It's like if someone's doing solo OnlyFans, it's like she might as well work at a bank as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
It's like,
if-
oh, so she's a substitute teacher?
yeah, exactly. It's like if she's not
Basically
fucking
just a
other people
whore.
on camera, I don't give a fuck at all. You know what I
Oh.
mean?
It's like, I basically do that.
Yeah. For real. Like being in the entertainment, like just being an actor is worse than doing solo OnlyFans. I actually believe that.
You're probably on porno websites. Clips of you.
You think I'm on? I don't think so. I think you are. I think freaks have cut together some of your shit.
Let's open my wiki feed after. I'm curious.
I would love to.
I think he's creating problems that aren't there yet.
Yeah, I guess like it's a month. You're a month in, which means how many dates have you even been on? And like, is he a little like? You're right. He doesn't sound that. He's like she doesn't want to do it forever. He clearly has been like, oh, okay, so it's not something you want to do
Yeah.
forever, right? Like that's. She's like, no, you know, and even the like I do well, and she makes throw another zero on whatever I make. You do seem a little worried about it, both from an emasculation standpoint and from a like, you're not that comfortable with it.
Well, let me tell you, no man wants to date an
He's like,
OnlyFans
she's
model.
hot, I'm rich. Like, I'm like, so what's the problem?
And there's no problem other than some theoretical conversation with his parents, which a month in, what the fuck are we even talking about? Like I said, I think 6 months is the earliest I would ever consider someone meeting my family, and even that could be early, but you know, who knows?
And maybe your dad will high five you like crazy.
Yeah, for real. Maybe Dad'll be like, nice. Dude.
His dad subscribed already.
Yeah, that is true. Your dad could see your girlfriend's pussy, which is not
Oh.
chill.
Right.
But, you know, she's rich and hot and you like her. And so I would say, yeah, this just seems so way too early to be worried about this. I guess, let's say you've been dating a year. I mean, do you even need to tell your fucking parents? Legitimately. Like, if I was in your position, I would tell my mom that she's a fucking actress or something. You know what I mean? Like,
But see, sorry. What's interesting, erasing my own narrative, what's interesting is that you also are not telling your parents the truth.
I don't feel the need to, though.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about my parents knowing the truth. I just want to get through a dinner without a fucking problem.
Right.
happening.
But no, that's always the goal, is to get through a dinner without a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which maybe this guy actually wants his parents to fully accept, but like,
No.
who fucking cares? I don't know. Like, again, in fact, this might be him being like, he's laundering. He wants someone else to have a problem with it so he can be like, well, I can't date her. Instead of admitting that he has the problem, he's like, how do I tell him? I'm going to tell my parents exactly what she is. and then I guess we'll see what happens then. And that way he can clear his conscience where it's like, because he's not really comfortable with it. Because if you actually give a fuck and your goal is like, hey, I want to be with this girl long term, like if you were dating someone who was stripping, right? And she didn't want to do it forever, would you tell your parents she's a stripper? Would you say she's in school right now? You know what I mean? Like, if you actually just want your parents to like her, let her get to know her. And if you think your parents might have a problem with it, and she wants to give up on this sometime in the future anyway, and you see this as a long-term thing, your parents can find out when she settles on the career she wants after this. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to tell them, bro.
Or this is like a major cope, and he can tell that she's just not that into him, so he's already like building the case for like, well, I couldn't.
Well, my fucking parents wouldn't have accepted it. A month in is crazy to think about what you're going to tell your parents, though. There's something else going on here. So I guess our actual advice is
stop talking to your parents.
Chill the fuck out. Yeah, stop worrying.
Oh no. Oh no.
Like, were you pissed off about this? Like, you seem like you're rolling with the punches, and were you just like, well, she's cool, but we were just hooking up, so I don't really give a fuck? Or what's your outlook here?
Right. Well, yeah, and most people would hear about that would be like, I'm running from this. But
we didn't catch any of it, dude.
You're breaking up real bad.
Yeah, we didn't catch any of that.
Okay. Yeah, I
mean, dude,
but
we're not
honestly,
hearing.
I was like, into kinky stuff.
Gamer dude,
And
bro.
I was like, oh,
Gamer
that's
dude,
like
bro. Oh,
pretty
okay.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah, your shit just sounds very fucked. We could barely hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, right now you're sounding okay.
Here, but
are you moving around?
Yeah, just
don't move around.
I'm standing still. I think it's just.
Oh.
I'm not moving at all.
Oh, okay, damn.
I think it's just a bad spot.
Gotcha.
I
heard.
But
so yeah, start over from the top. What you were just saying.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, like most people would run away in this situation, but frankly, that's been like a kink of mine I've been kind of casually interested in. So I was like, I don't know, maybe we'll see where things go. Like,
what, getting cucked?
You know, I was like, yeah, I was like, either end of it. I think it's just like kind of a hot kink. So I was like, I could do either side. I'm interested in
what the fuck?
whatever, just give it a shot. And I was also like, I was getting a lot out of it. You know, we were like climbing together, having a lot of fun. And so I was like, you know what, however this turns out,
Yo, Callum, what's up, big dog?
Like a nice, easygoing guy.
That's
man.
awesome. Be like, yeah, I mean,
yo, you've made them for me before. You made me a
the cock or the bull. I don't.
You made me the Vorkath one before, bro. What you saying, big dog? You know? Oh, okay. Yeah, my main account got banned, so I stopped playing RuneScape for a little bit, but I just got back into it with the group. I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die. How you been, brother? I just put my life savings towards a new camera today, so all is good. Oh, damn, what kind of camera, man? What kind of camera? Damn. Actually, I don't even need to eat yet. Got 2 more moths. I mean, I wouldn't even be able to get the range level shit. Let's tank that. Film camera for documentaries. Yo, that's sick, dude. That's sick. I've never owned like a really good camera, or like as a matter of fact, I've never owned a good camera or like a really good phone. You know what I mean? Like my buddy showed me this video he took of a praying mantis on his phone the other day, and he like zoomed right up to its mouth, and you could see like each individual like basically skin cell on this thing, man. It's insane how good cameras are nowadays. I'm still used to the 720p cameras, the little flip phone camera, you know, 360p type shit. I was gonna eat. This will be my last. Actually, I got 2 moths left. This will be my second last kill here. I can't eat yet. It's kind of annoying how they just reduce the amount of chaos runes that I get from this guy. Film camera. Bruh. You know, I actually have, what are they called? I actually have a, what is it called? Camera, sit here and tank, it's fine. Yo, dude, a Polaroid, that's what it's called. I have a Polaroid camera from the 1980s, bro. This shit's like a fucking mini computer. I swear to God. Yeah, I just thought I'd drop and let you know I'm on it, boss. So I'll head out and throw in some love. Oh, okay, appreciate it. Do you need if you need any more information or whatever, bro? Just give me a shout, like message me or whatever, and I'll be happy to give you whatever you need. If you need any more information, just give me a shout, bro. I don't have any more prayer pots. Right now. I need to get some more mothies. Can I hit this rat under him, please? Thank you. Alright, time to focus up here. We got to flick pretty well. How much food do I have? Actually, we can tank still. I got a lot of food for this last kill. We're fine. Let's get him under 150, baby. Oh. He's dead. Bro, can I hit a shot, please? Thank you. That's actually sick. I need the death runes. What I need to do too, I forgot. I gotta go get me a cat. I need to go get me a kitten. That's what I should be doing as well with the
So I was like, this is my.
yeah.
I'd like literally been journaling about finding someone like this, where it's like we can climb together, we could have hot sex and all this. So I was
My
like,
man tried
oh, this
secreted
is like
himself a
landing in
fucking
my lap.
slut.
But anyways,
in his diary.
it doesn't go well, obviously.
Yeah. No
and,
shit.
you know, she's still involved with this guy. She ends up saying "I love you" to me, and then a week later is like, "Oh, can we be friends?" Actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was
No,
really,
no, we
that
can't.
hurt.
Of course, dude.
But yeah, so I got back on the apps pretty quickly, and I get another email from this guy being like, "Hey, I thought you should know she's been making some catfish profiles on online dating profiles, and like here's a
Wow.
couple of them. I'm pretty sure are her." And
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
This guy's a
know.
fascinating character. Like he's your ally as well. Like he won theoretically. She was like, let's just be friends." And he's like, "Hey man, all the cucking of me, all the non-consensual cucking of me aside, bro to bro, I think she's catfishing you."
I know.
yeah, no,
There's
and
honor
legit,
amongst
she was,
thieves
like,
here. I love it.
I was talking to some of these profiles. Like I was being and these weren't just like
Wow.
fake profiles. These were like legit people that live in this town. Like
She put some effort
and-
into it.
yeah, and you know, I eventually like went on a walk with this guy because I was like, I need some more details. Like, tell me what's the fuck's going on.
Tell me
And,
you guys sucked each other off in the woods, man.
Yeah, it was a public place. But yeah, so you know, I eventually find out. You know, he ended up having this like.
The point's
you know,
range.
fucking
Ooh,
session,
I'm
like,
kind of
2
tempted just to
days
throw it
before
into
we
range,
hooked
but
up,
prayer it
and
is.
It was all like very intermixed and all this stuff, and it sounded like he was trying to put a restraining order on her. It was like he's got this kid, and it sounded like she was, you know, getting in and out of
How
his
good
life.
is this
and,
pussy, for Christ's sake? Would you rate? What
and
would
I
you
was
rate?
just like,
Yeah, is the pussy crazy?
How good is the pussy? I mean, it's got to be out of 10 for all this, right?
I mean, it was fun, you know. It was good times. Like, I was having a great time overall, but you know, there was definitely
That's
a lot of things where
hilarious.
she was like, "Oh, like my ADHD is just really bad," and I'm like, "You don't cheat because you have ADHD.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's not a thing."
Oh, I thought I was sucking your dick, and I wasn't paying attention. It was actually another guy's dick.
yeah, yeah. I was like,
I
totally,
use
like,
cock like a
sex
fidget
addiction.
spinner. It just keeps me engaged.
Yeah, it's like it was just kind of crazy. So.
Oh, dude, I can go to
after all
fucking.
that,
Oh,
I,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
texted her and I was like, "Yo, like I heard you impersonated people. That's really not cool. Like I feel really like violated.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to talk to you. Blah blah blah."
I can go to
And
the fucking farming guild
She
now, I'm
responded
pretty sure.
basically being like, "Oh well, you know, I was just checking up on what my exes were up to. You know,
Yeah,
it's
the
not
sport.
healthy to start
Yep,
dating right
65.
after a breakup.
Oh
you know?
my god, what the fuck? That's insane.
We start
That's
at the farming
fucking
guild,
nuts.
boys.
Even attempt that Uno reverse on your ass.
I know it was. I was like not buying it at all. But anyway, so it was like, yeah, don't. You need to do some work before we ever talk again. And yeah, so a year later, out of the blue, I get a text from her. It starts out like, "Oh, I want to ask for forgiveness. I've done all this work. You know, I wasn't fucking this other guy." Like, meanwhile, there was like a third person involved that,
Bull,
like,
of course.
you know, of course. And she's like, "Oh, I didn't fuck him." I'm like, "Whatever, that doesn't even matter."
Yeah.
And but then
The
she's
problem
like,
where
"Oh,
this guy,
now,
the mistake this guy made is just letting this broad back into his life, period. You know what I mean? Like, just don't let him back in. Bam. Done. Easy.
I'm asking for a request I want like all the screenshots of like the text messages, the timestamps
90.
of like this other guy this cuck guy that's been sending me all these emails and stuff.
Yo, Zeno with the 34-monther! Sheesh! You absolute dog. How you been? What's going on? I'm just escaping before work, my man. Just escaping before work. What are you saying? Z, no! I can't. You can only have. Fuck, that sucks. I can't put these in there. That's unfortunate. I've just been playing Where Winds Meet since they accepted me into the closed beta. Yeah, Where Winds Meet. That sounds familiar. That sounds really familiar. Where Winds. Oh yeah, this I've seen this before. Yep. You showed this to me time ago. You showed this to me time ago. That's sick, dude. That's super sick. Is it fun? How's it been going? How's the game? Oh, there's no way you have to fucking rake this, bro. Oh my god. The lore? Like, what kind of lore has it got going on? Like, what's the game? Like, well, just give me a brief gist. I suppose. Go get me some oranges. Okay, so what I will do, bush patch. Might as well just like, in all honesty, throw these in here. Keep those. We'll keep. Check out the free trees. What do I got payments for? Apples for the bananas. Bananas for the curry. I don't think I even have enough bananas. What level do I need? I think like 80 up here, right? You need like level 80 up here. 85. Okay, okay. 20 more levels to be able to access up top. Can I go to the right of it? I don't even know if I can go over here yet. Pretty sure I can come over this way. Like, I don't see why I would be able to. Alright. Flower patch, bush patch, allotment, cactus. Inventory, flower patch, allotment. Take the watermelons, flowers. Take some limpers. Hops, bushes. Wait, berries. I don't even know if I can grow these yet. Trees, fruit trees. Exotic. It's set in feudal China, but like if you do some, you build your own character. Oh, it's kind of like a like open world RPG kind of. I don't even think I can plant this yet. Oh, I can? What the fuck? That's nuts. I didn't know that. So let's just go through some suit, ultra compass, whatever. Jackety Jack, don't smoke crack. Yo, dude, my buddy actually just overdosed on crack last night and fucking died. I'm not even trolling. He was fucking smoking a big old fat toke of crack and fucking his heart blew up in his chest. No cap. R.I.P. Zach. You also get a choice whether to participate in the MMO side or is it, yo, dude, that's so dope. Yo, you know, that actually sounds sick as fuck. Give me all the XP, bro. Bad timing on that joke? Oh, it's alright, man. That's like, you know, the way the cookie crumbles when you're a fucking crackhead. You risk it every time, right? Especially nowadays, like, this ain't the 80s anymore where crack cocaine and it's like crack and coke are like the most popular drugs, you know? The people are lacing that shit with fentanyl and all sorts of other opiates and just pills and shit now, so. To be expected, to be expected. It's his fault, really, at the end of the day. No one to blame but himself, you know? So. It is what it is, my dude. I just feel bad for his kids, you know what I'm saying? I just feel bad for his kids for sure, like they didn't really. He's got like four or five kids, so like yeah, it's gonna suck for them. Essentially. Essentially, it will just be very terrible for them. But what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? Honestly. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, man. That's why you don't do drugs. Or if you do get drugs, don't fucking smoke. Don't smoke them. Just sniff them. I'm joking. Don't actually do that. Oh, I was kidding. I was kidding. Okay. I kid. I kid. So let's plop this down. Oh, what am I doing? I'm trying to put a fucking tree there. Duh. Throw that on you. Go here. So let's do our little tree run it. Farming guild. So we just started the farming guild every time now. I don't have money, brother. Fuck. I always, yeah, whenever I go to do a tree run, to be honest, I'm just looking forward to when Where Winds Meets gets released. Yo, I bet. I mean, dude, take advantage of the beta right now. Record lots of videos, lots of gameplay, lots of like guides on what to do, and just start releasing them now so people understand, like, you know, the gist of the game. That's what I would be doing, brother. Record lots of guides now for it. You feel me, dog? I suck at guides, but I'm looking at compiling some videos and shorts. Hey man, the guide doesn't need to be super long. Just be like a 1 minute guide or something. Be like, did you know that in what's the game called again? Fucking where did you know that in Where Winds Meet, you have the choice of being able to go and like you were saying before, you have the choice of being able to go and do the MMO part or you don't, and then just briefly describe how to do it, and then like have the video in the background showing what you're doing. Like it's so easy, bro. Zeno, you're a fucking super smart guy. You can make. I guarantee you, if you're to take the time and just like plan out the video for the guide and have it like a minute to like 3 minutes long or something like that, you'd be fucking like knocking it out of the park, bro. You're so like analytical and shit, you know what I mean? You do so good with it. You do so good with it, bro. I swear to God. What are you saying? Oh, really? Yeah, yeah, damn. His ex-girlfriend? That like fucking yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I seen that he died, but yeah, damn. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I heard he died, but I thought it was from fucking. Yo, Zeno, another thing, bro. If you're still in my chat, another thing, what you should start doing to help you plan videos and stuff like that, and I'm not even fucking trolling when I say this, use Chat GPT, bro, and like, I swear to God, bro, Chat GPT is a blessing for video creators. It will outline a whole ass video for you, and like, it will basically tell you how to make the video that you want and shit. Like, it's insane. It's fucking insane. I promise, bro. Chat GPT is the secret sauce.
For legal purposes.
Nah, dude.
And like, please help me with this request. Thanks, whatever. And at the moment, I was just like, this was a very stressful event for me.
Sure.
It made me super paranoid about online dating. I haven't really been able to date successfully for like a year. And so I just kind of let it lie for now. I was like, I'm kind of like,
Nah, you don't want to get involved in that shit.
I don't want to get involved in it. I was like kind of upset. I did want to like kind of be like, of course, like you're only asking for forgiveness and like to cross, bring the olive branch out when you want something from me. Like, it could have happened months ago.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a lot of he said, she said stuff. Like, yeah, he was like sending me a lot of information that was helpful, but just hear things around town about both of them.
Who gives a fuck? Why do you care, dude? It doesn't matter. You should not be trying to make heads or tails of this. You should just be putting this behind you fully. This bitch, first of all, she should be blocked. Like, what are you talking about? She was cheating. She was leading you on and weirdly emotionally. and then she was just fucking kind of playing with your feelings at a time where you were pretty open. You were like, I could be into some cuck shit. You were pretty like, if she had just been honest with you, you would have been up for whatever. And, you wouldn't put a rating on it, but I'm guessing the pussy was 10 out of 10 because that's the only way this justifies any behavior like this. And then she fucking catfishes you, tries to gaslight you about it, and only contacts you when she wants anything. Like, you don't need
Try to
to
sort
be
something out
fucking
soon
doing
since
any
I've just been
research on
busy.
the,
Word.
Oh, around town, I hear he's a bad guy. Who fucking
feel
cares?
that.
This is a weird time in your life. You got some good pussy out of it, but it also forced you into this weird friendship with a cuck that was also cucking you, and it's just bizarre. You need to move past this shit. Just tell her, look, I'm not getting involved in this, and you block her fucking number. I don't know I don't mean to fucking jump down your throat here, but it just feels like you're kind of giving this situation too much thought, and it doesn't deserve that at all. This is a weird, fucked up thing that happened to you. This lady should be squarely in your past, whether it's helping her, talking to her again, any of the other shit, and you need to just be like, moving on as much as possible. You don't need to let this kind of like, there's no moral quandary here. There's no like, oh, what should I do here? There's ignore this bitch and keep it pushing, in my opinion.
You are just way too in the weeds with your
100%.
now ex's cuck ex.
100%.
It's like what are you doing,
Who
man?
gives a fuck?
Why are you
dude?
trading like gossip with this guy about this bitch? Like
you're meeting with him like he's deep throat. He's like, I have more info on other guys she fucked. It's like, what? You're a guy she fucked, by the way. Like, who cares, dude? It's like, yes, if you were to really investigate this shit, you could probably figure out who's right and who's wrong, but it's such a waste of your fucking time.
5 baskets?
You need to completely nuke this situation and move fucking forward. This is not, you don't need to get tactical here. You need to drop a fucking bomb on this shit and keep moving.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think the only difference is like, I'm not in a place like New York City. I am in like a college town.
Orange
So
sapling.
there are like a number of people where I'm like friends with that have 1 degree of separation between these people.
Sure.
Like I've felt really uncomfortable posting anything on social media because I know like one or the other is going to be like seeing my shit, and like I just don't want them to know what I'm up to. So I don't know. It just feels like small town vibes, like where I'm like, oh, like it would be nice to not have this awkward thing going on. But
who cares? By the way,
I
can I ask you a question? Who gives a fuck if it gets back to them? Who fucking cares?
that's true.
yeah.
He's like, I
You're not
do.
quite describing your friends here.
Yeah.
I believe that it's like people you run into a lot, but even in a small town,
And also, but give me an example of what you're worried about getting back to them. I'm having a hard time even considering this shit.
Yeah, I don't trust really either of them, and I know she was doing some pretty petty shit, like nothing like violent, but like she was always like doing shit with like his social media account, like had his password and stuff, and I was like, why are you doing this? Like, you shouldn't even be involved.
this bitch
like,
has a cuck
so it's just,
stable and
like-
is cyberbullying them.
Cucking, making them watch her get stuffed isn't enough. She wants to destroy these motherfuckers psychologically, dude. I listen. I get it. You're just so clearly still involved here, and like you care on some level, and like it doesn't matter. Like unless you're just what you're worried about is her. Like if you're worried about you have to hide your life so this woman doesn't cyberbully you, then like you can't worry about that shit. You have to live your life, and if she does shit that's illegal, you have to fucking report her to whoever the fuck. Like that's really what it is. If we're talking about somebody who's abusive, you're worried about abuse is really what it comes down to. And it's like that's not your fucking job, dude. You got to live your life without worrying about this person you hooked up with. It's like it was cool, it was weird, she's kind of insane, whatever. You have to live your life, and I hate to be honest with you, it's like you can't be like living in fear of this for the rest of your life. You either have to fucking go back to normal, or if she see what happens. Hopefully, she just moves on. But if she does something crazy, then you can fucking report it, or like I know it's a college town, whatever, but it's like you can still there's other pockets of this fucking community that you can be in. And by
Yeah, no, it's a good point. I mean, yeah, I think I'm just a bit too empathic where I'm like, oh, like maybe she is like not she's being harmed or something like that.
no, she's
And
a fucking dumb bitch.
but
And listen, maybe she is. That's not your fucking problem, bro. Like, she also harmed you. She fucked you over. That's all that fucking matters. She might be in a weird situation. Guess what? Her behavior led her to that place, and that's not your fucking problem. You can't be trying to solve her fucking issues or worried about what she
no.
thinks. This bitch
No, but
catfished you.
I have definitely thought of that. I'm not quite there, but there were some moments this winter where I was like, maybe I do need to fucking move from here.
This is
But
my
I got
this
I got
this
a
goes
lot of
back to my
roommates here, too.
classic
I've got, like,
my classic misogyny is chemotherapy theory, where you're being too nice to this woman. You have to hate her for like 3 months to get over this bullshit and stew on what she did to you. Because like she treated you poorly. You've jumped to empathy before you even got over this. Look, if you fully healed from this weird relationship, right? We've all been there where there's a breakup, you know, you're sad for a while, you go through all the grieving, whatever. And then when you're on the other side of it and you've dated other people and they don't have this, you know, emotional tug on you anymore, you can then start seeing them as people who aren't, you know, your exes exactly. You see them as like just who they are. And you're like, you know what? I feel sorry for her. Her life is weird. She's got fucked up stuff. But you can only do that once you're fully healed and she's not affecting you actively. You're still in the fucking weeds, bro. You gotta let her not affect you at all before you start throwing empathy her way. That's not your fucking job right now. Your job is to find a different bitch who climbs to fucking rub chalk on her hands and jerk you off with it. That's what you're doing right now.
I know, yeah, it's slim pickings. I'll tell you that. It's been tough.
Yeah.
Dude, that is fucking hilarious. Hi, bud. Hi, Rocky. It's slim pickings, he says. Alright, let's pay to get this bitch cut down. Boom, bang. 3 baskets of strawberries? I don't think so, buddy. Fossil Island. Hardwood tree, eh? I should get some hardwood trees going. So I can just sit there in AFK, some fucking, what's it called, at work. Some fucking teak logs. That's what I should be doing. That's what I should be doing, honestly. Okay, we'll just go straight to Valley. Valley Whore. I can be a Xerix talisman. That's one thing I gotta prioritize pretty soon is getting a Xerix talisman because just running over Shazen is just not it. Not fucking it. What do we need here? Valor patch. We need you. Ectophile as well. I need to get that whistle, brother. I need me to get that whistle. I need to do how many? I think I got like 4 or 5 hunter rumors done. Just ain't enough.
I love The Truman Show. It's my favorite film.
Of all the movies I've watched, I've seen The Truman Show the most times. I love talking about it. I can have endless conversations about it, speculating about the characters, talking about the little
Actually, I'm not
details,
even gonna bother that. I'll
sharing,
put the watermelon
goofs and
seed
trivia
at the
and whatever. I think a lot of film lovers will have
Sidious.
that movie, you know, in their collection that is just the one that they love talking about. And for me, it's The Truman Show. So hi, welcome to True Talk, a deep dive series all about The Truman Show, hosted by me, Christopher Bingham. What I've done for this upload is cut all 8 episodes of the finished series into one continuous back-to-back video. In a couple of places I have moved some clips around. I've taken chunks of the last episode where I was responding to comments, and I've inserted them earlier during the relevant topic. So in this first section, there's going to be a quick synopsis of the film, and then we're going to get into episode 1's
So there's
topic,
Guams?
how The Truman
Yeah,
Show is
good,
kind
good.
of accidentally all about social media. In episode 2, we're going to look at parental figures and familial relationships. as
Actually, can't I
represented
just
in the
teleport
film.
to the fucking
My personal subheading for this
thing
one
now?
is
Yeah, I
Truman
can.
Show, a movie about dads. In episode 3, we're going to ask the question, is The Truman Show a religious movie? Can religious parallels be drawn with it? Does it contain religious allegory? In episode 4, we're going to do a deep dive on all the principal characters, their relationships and motivations, what makes them tick. And we're going to engage in a bit of fun speculation about what their lives outside the events of the movie might be. In episode 5, we're going to look at the mystery element of the movie. You know, when does Truman figure out the big conspiracy? And I'm going to share with you my kind of personal headcanon as somebody who has watched this over 50 times.
over
Episode 6 is
50
basically a
times.
huge
That's
trivia
nuts.
dump, sharing fun facts, talking about
No way.
deleted scenes, mistakes, and goofs. We're also going to look in detail at the original screenplay and think about the very different movie Truman Show almost was. Episode 7 is all about a twin film of The Truman Show, a movie called Ed TV. We're going to compare and contrast the two movies and talk about Ed TV's fascinating origins. And episode 8, the last section of this video, is all about comments and feedback I
Mortania.
received throughout the series. I'm going to update you on a few things where my mind has actually changed in the course of making this series, and come to some new conclusions informed by your feedback. And if after all that you still want more, you can check out my video recommending 10 other films specifically for fans of The Truman Show. To understand
Dead
The Truman Show, you need to
Tomates.
place it in a little bit of context. So, it was released in 1998, which means it had been in production for several years. This is about the same time that the Dutch reality format Big Brother was being worked on. That was developed from the year 1997 by its creator, John de Mol Jr., and it debuts in 1999, 1 year after The Truman Show. And it, you know, completely changes the face of television. It leads this radical explosion in reality television. The UK Big Brother, which I'm, you know, as a British person, I'm familiar with the most, launches in 2000, which is 2 years after The Truman Show.
City as
It
fuck.
is,
Farming
6 years
Guild,
before Facebook,
Done
7 years
Var
before YouTube,
Lamore.
and 8 years before Twitter,
Just have to go to Var
which
Lamore.
launched officially in 2006. So it predates the social internet, and it kind of is just at the very beginning of the rise in reality television. Reality television kind of exists, but is yet to have this mammoth growth. In 2018, the film celebrated its 20th anniversary, and in an article for the BFI, Andrew Niccol said that it was about leaving home. He's also quoted in a different interview as saying, "When you know there is no camera, there is no reality." I received a handful of comments emphasizing the fact that The Truman Show is part of a larger trend in Western cinema at that time, this trend towards unreality or virtual reality in Hollywood films at the turn of the
Drop
century.
those
In the late 90s, we're thinking about computers, we're thinking about video games, digital and broadcast realities, a lot more than ever before. Communications technologies like the mobile phone and the internet are scaling at a rapid pace. And I think partly as a result of this, we start seeing a resurgence in reality-bending stories. journeys of discovery that include a process of breaking through the artificial to find what's real and human. In the present day, and now, my thoughts on this are by no means fully developed, but I think our closest similar trend are stories involving a multiverse or multiple timelines. And I think it's a reflection of our social anxieties surrounding choice and individualism. In a post-internet, post-social world where we can see and experience any kind of life, any kind of career, relationship, or hobby in an instant, the idea that there are so many lives you could be living, so many things you could do, I think is very salient for a lot of people right now.
What I'm saying is that life is fragile.
One of the interesting things I came across in reading for this podcast was how preposterous a lot of the cast and crew felt it was at the time. Like, yes, it's about television and it's about celebrity and it's about kind of media manipulation, but in a piece by Julie Miller for Vanity Fair, members of the crew and the Paramount team reflect on how preposterous it felt at the time. The Truman Show ended up being incredibly prophetic about not only about the rise of reality television, but beyond it into this kind of modern world where we all kind of allow Big Brother into our lives in the form of surveillance capitalism and, the influencer generation. But it's worth remembering that in 1998, they didn't see that coming. They couldn't possibly have seen that coming.
That's not true, because 1998, George Orwell wrote a book called 1984. 1984. And when was it? Like the 1960s or some shit like that. He's a prophet in that regard. So. But I digress.
And in a lot of ways, The Truman Show then would have seemed so much sillier and so much more science fiction than it does now. So even though they didn't intend it, it can easily be read now as a film about social celebrity, about the social internet, and about surveillance capitalism. It deals with big ideas that we actually understand far better now than we did in 1998. Things like product placement.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this new Mococo drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mount Nicaragua, no artificial sweeteners.
Things like privacy invasion and what Miller in the Vanity Fair article describes as the existential quandary of whether you live for yourself or an audience. That's something that, I feel a lot. I have felt so much over the years. I always find myself coming back to The Truman Show for inspiration, even though it wasn't intentional. There are a lot of things about The Truman Show, both big and small, that I can point to and say, that resonates for me as someone who works in social media, as someone who has kind of willingly spent huge chunks of his life turning his own life into a kind of Truman Show in the form of a video blog. I can point at elements of this film and say, that hits it on the head. One of them is that, that Truman's caught in this world where his mundanity, right, the fact that he is boring is kind of his selling point. The thing about Truman is that he has a routine and that he is mundane, and that makes him popular. He can sell stuff, right, because he is acceptable and he's kind of cute and
I
he
just fucked
is
up. I had a bang.
family-friendly,
What am I
and
doing?
he doesn't seem to swear, and he doesn't seem to have volatile or controversial opinions. He shills hot chocolate, he shills fried chicken and furniture and clothes because he's an upstanding, likable, family-friendly person. He is an influencer, right? And when he goes off script, when he expresses his true feelings or becomes violent or angry or depressed, that space no longer exists. He's not doing what the showrunners want, and he can't generate them money. To me, it sounds like being a social media celebrity. For the most part, you are kind of in one way or another, you're beholden to advertising, which drives all the platforms that you use. The Truman Show in the universe of the film seems to be wholly subsidized by advertising and product placement. So if they upset someone, if they go off air, if Truman is behaving badly, they're going to lose that revenue. he doesn't create anything as well, which is this is something that's, you know, again, obvious but worth mentioning. Truman is not a creator. He's not a creative. He's not a filmmaker. He's not an artist. He works as an insurance salesman.
I'm sorry, ma'am. If he's in a coma, he's probably uninsurable.
He himself does not create things. He is the thing, right? He is the product being packaged and sold. And again, I think there are very direct parallels here with the way that
An Iron
both professional
God.
and amateurs on the internet kind of package themselves as a product. There is this
God damn,
tendency
what the
towards that
fuck?
in the modern media landscape, that you don't necessarily have to create anything, but you can be successful if you project a certain image, if you package yourself as living a desirable lifestyle, which is, again, a thing that is constantly kind of touched upon and inferred throughout the film, that he lives in this idyllic world and that viewers want to buy the things, they want to buy the life that Truman has. Truman is always on, all right? And when I say that, I'm using it in the kind of theater term of like, you're on, you know you're in front of a camera, you know you're performing. And this has a lot to do with Jim Carrey's performance, which I think is fantastic. I think all the performances in this film are fantastic. But Jim Carrey brings to this role this sense that Truman is never quite relaxed. He always seems to be performing, whether that is subconscious, it's something that maybe he has been trained into by living this life, or it's something akin to a kind of defense mechanism. He doesn't really quite trust the
What am I
people around
trying
him,
to
which
do
we're gonna
here?
get
What
into.
am I
For
trying to
whatever
do here? What am I
you know,
trying
for
to
whatever
do? What am I
reason or
trying to
combination
do?
of reasons, he's
What do I
always
need?
lit
Fuck.
up, he's
I'm trying to
always
think.
expressive. And again, this makes me think, because of my background, it makes me think of being a social media celebrity and feeling this need to always
What am I
be
trying to do? What am I
performing,
trying to
always
do?
be saying
Apple cheese
something,
seed?
always feel like you
That's
have to
over there.
comment on something that's happening, and that in either a narcissistic way, that you know everything you say matters and should be heard, every little thought that you have needs to be broadcast, or, which is kind of more damaging and more common, this idea of FOMO, this idea that you're going to fall behind if you don't, right? Meanwhile, on the other side of the screen, the vast viewing public discuss his life. They feel joy, they feel sadness, but they also feel this entitlement to discuss his private life like just another soap opera. We see again and again throughout the film cutaways to these people watching him like any other television show. And that's part of the appeal as well. That's part of the kind of rewatchability of this film, is the almost insignificance of Truman's life in some respects, that it's just another thing on television, and it's not a person's life, and he is entitled to no privacy in their worldview, and they can openly talk about his life, his marriage, his sex life, and they're entitled to have those opinions.
You never see anything anyway. They always turn the camera and play music, and you know, the wind blows in and the curtains move, and you don't see anything.
Now that starts to break down a little bit if you want to compare it directly with social media, because this is being made, you know, this film is speaking from a time when that two-way communication between an audience and a celebrity that we get on social media didn't exist yet. So it's grounded in a 90s dynamic, which is still fairly one way, or, you know, entirely one way for Truman, that the feedback that, you know, that the potential kind of feedback or you know, controversy or discussion, whatever, that he might get from his audience, he is shielded from. You know, he doesn't read his comments, he doesn't get, you know, replies, right? So in one way that kind of is different, is kind of distinctly different, is that, you know, he can't hear what these people are saying about him, he can't communicate with these people, Truman can't read comments, Truman can't get cancelled, right? But in that way, Christof, the creator of the show, his shielding of Truman takes on new meaning for us. He becomes immune to criticism. He doesn't see, read, or hear any of this speculation, any of this drama, any of this discourse about him that is taking place on the outside world. And if you're anything like me, you might be a little bit jealous. I wish. I don't know how many times I've wished I couldn't see all the things people say about me. So yeah, The Truman Show is a film about social media. It's a film about being an influencer before influencers were even a thing. I'll leave you with a question on this first episode. Do you think a film like The Truman Show could be made now, in this decade, knowing what we know about social media and the internet? Personally, I don't think you could do it. One of the things that makes The Truman Show so good,
I'm maxing it
so
out.
prescient, is that
Eventually.
it got there
Right now, I'm just doing like herb runs and shit because I want to go to mixology. Mixology is like a new thing they added to the game. It's like an herb lore mini game, and there's these things called prayer regeneration pots. I want to get me some prayer regeneration pots because they heal like I think it's like 35 prayer over time or something. How long does it take? Oh, it'll take a while for sure. It's like I'm on an Iron Man account, so like I can't just go to the Grand Exchange and buy stuff. So I'll have to get all my drops naturally, right? It'll be a while. I'm 65 right now, so another year of steady playing, I'd assume. All depends on like RNG for drops and stuff, though. That's gonna take hours. Yeah, it's gonna take forever. Mixology, yeah, they just added. Here, I'll show you. I gotta figure out mixology. I gotta figure out what it is myself. Like I don't really know. I forgot they even put this in the game.
What's going on, guys? My name's Theoatrix, and welcome to my Mastering Mixology Guide for OSRS. In this video, I'll go through the basics and advanced strategies for the minigame, with everything you need to know. So why should you do mixology? Well, most importantly, mixology gives the most XP for your herbs in the entire game, which makes it a great place for Iron Men to train herb lore. Iron Men aside, the minigame offers a broad range of useful rewards and unlocks, including
adding new skills, bro. They just added a whole new continent to the game. Like, they added like a whole ass new continent, new Slayer bosses, new weapons, new this, new bosses, new this, new that. Like the game's so different now, like it's insane.
Potion storage, the chugging barrel, the alchemist's amulet, reagent pouch,
I need that alchemist
and
amulet.
prescription goggles. All of these are major benefits for your account that can only be unlocked by playing the minigame. You may also consider playing Mixology for money, where buying Aldarium is the best GP per hour. However, before getting started, there are some requirements to partake. To access the Mixology area, you need to complete the Children of the Sun quest, which is a short and easy quest giving access to Varlamore. But more importantly,
Varlamore's
you
the new
need
place.
at least level 60 herb lore, and this is not boostable. In terms of items, the only thing you really need is a few different herbs. With the herbs, you create pastes outside the main minigame area. There are 3 different pastes which are made from differing herbs, and to be effective within the minigame, you do need all 3 types. You should aim to use the cheapest herbs, and there are calculators online that show you which herbs are best. I've linked a few of those calculators in the description, but for now, these are the absolute best herbs you can use at all levels. For Iron Man, there are certain herbs that are not used for making essential potions, and Iron Man should use those herbs with mixology. Now I'll take you through a basic run-through of the minigame, and I'll briefly show each step. You firstly need to create some paste, which is done by using the refiner near the bank. Here, you bring unnoted herbs to convert into paste. Then you enter the main lab area and deposit your paste into the hopper, and that's near the entrance. Next, you're automatically assigned 3 potions to make, and that can be seen in the top left. Then the idea is that each potion has a different combination of pastes, and you set up the potion by pulling the levers near the center. Then you take the potion from the beaker in the middle. Then you have to process the potion, which can either be homogenizing, crystallizing, or concentrating, and those are done at the 3 tables surrounding the center. For homogenizing, once you start, you click again within 2 ticks and it speeds up the process. For crystallizing, if you click again on the 5th time you pump the bellows, then you also speed up the process. And lastly, for concentrating, you can click
Yo, Xeno, bro, I'm telling you, bro, this new content that they're coming out with is just game-changing shit, bro. Like, they're building gaps between, like, the weakest weapons and, like, shit like that. Like, dude, it's nuts. Like the new shit's insane. It's super good. Super good.
Tick to speed it up. Then after you have your potions ready, you click the conveyor belt at the end of the room to deposit your potions. And this gives points and XP. And then you repeat. At low herb lore levels, you should just make the potions you're assigned, but this minigame really becomes better at level 81 herb lore, when you can make mix-a-lot potions. For the fastest XP and the fastest points, the strategies are a little different, and I'll show those shortly. Now with Mixology, I strongly recommend installing the Mastering Mixology RuneLite plugin, and this tells you exactly what you need to do and highlights the important features. This is found on the plugin hub in the RuneLite client. While training, there's a chance that a digweed will grow in one of the corners of the area, and adding digweed to any potion will double the points and XP from handing it in. So this is great for increasing your output, but it's not always worth going out of your way for, depending on the strategy you do. So now I'm going to show 2 certain strategies you can follow, which have their own benefits.
Alright, I'm not on the advanced part yet, but yeah, like that's the mini game there, basically. Alright, Xeno, bro, I appreciate you chilling, my guy, but I gotta bounce. I gotta go get ready for work, man. Thanks for hanging out, dude. You take it easy as well, my dude. Stay out of trouble. Peace out. Have a good one, man.